breakfast show has already started. Good evening to Lou Richards and good evening to Ende.
Good evening, Peter. And of course, Jacko's gone into his antics. He uses reverse psychology. He attacks the backman. It's usually the other way around. The backman attacking the forward.
Yes, I think Craig Barham would have been well versed by his brother not to take any notice and lose concentration, Lou.
First quarter action from Football Park in the Foster's Cup. Picked up by Bruns. Bruns goes for a pass down towards Couch. And Geelong swing into attack again. Here's the chance for Jacko and Barham. And a good safe mark taken by Winter. Just about gets caught. Looks for Michael Aish. Cole right on his hammer. The umpire's found a free kick. It's going to Michael Aish, and he'll take that at the right half-back flank. And Aish, I see tonight, Ian, not wearing the headgear.
No, Peter, that's only an innovation the last couple of matches. He normally wears it.
Saw him in the state game, of course, last week. No free kick for a push in the back there. Getting ridden into the ground was Scanlon. The umpire says it will be a free kick to the Norwood player, which he will take just short of the centre circle. Scanlon goes for a pass out towards the right half-forward flank, and a good mark taken by Hall.
Big, strong-looking fella, this chap, Peter.
It reminds me a little bit of John Nichols, Louis, perhaps even taller than Nichols was. Picked up by Burke. Oh, that's a shocking kick. Bruns getting underneath the ball, though, and takes a good mark in front of Michael Annie. He might get a 15-metre penalty. He has. And Michael Annie incurring the wrath of umpire Ian Robinson. He's not the man to get on the wrong side of. That is a shocking kick. Conditions at Football Park tonight, not too bad for football. Morgan goes for a hurried hand pass. It wasn't a good one. Put his teammate down there, and Simpson under plenty of pressure. The ball moved forward down there for Morgan by Button. And that's a good mark taken by Michael Annie. And Michael Annie directly in front of goal, only about 35 to 40 metres out. What sort of a kick is he, Ian?
Peter, last week he didn't kick well. He's their leading goal kicker other than Neville Roberts, who's not playing tonight. But he's a good strong mark, but his kicking let him down Saturday when he booted 2-5.
Well, let's see how he goes here. He's directly in front, as I said. Should get the distance. He's got the distance and the accuracy again. Not quite there. Is that a mark or will it be a point? No, he's paid the mark to Burke. Burke's gone for a short pass. The mark taken by Zickler in the back pocket. Zickler gets clear. He's gone for a long kick, getting underneath the ball and taking the mark for Geelong down there is Williams. That's the former Richmond player, Shane Williams. He looked a little bit groggy, Luke.
Yes, it's Williams to boot the ball back towards the centre of the ground. At the back is Hall, goes the big punch. It beats Bruns, but Bruns has got the run out here towards the edge of the square. He'll pick it up okay. Bruns boots the ball over the half-forward line for Geelong. A chance now for Christensen. That's Damien Christensen. Hand pass coming back to Couch. Another one out wide, and Morford goes for the long kick at goals, but it's through for 1 point. So the Cats have a score on the board, 1 point to Norwood yet to score. And of course, Jacko going through his antics down there with Barham. That's the brother of the coach. Ball out towards the half-back line. Tapped out, a bit of fumbling going on by both sides. It's picked up here now by Hellier. Hellier gets a hand pass out for Norwood. A long hand pass coming back out there on the wing position. Ball picked up there by Neagle. A long kick down for Norwood. Punched out by the Geelong defence, but the umpires found a free kick. And the free kick will go out there to Van Deniger. Van Deniger with the kick now for Norwood. Well, they all missed that one. There's a chance there for the ball to be picked up by Yates. Yates' kickers out wide towards the wing position. There's a good mark taken out there on the centre wing position. That time it's by McGrath. Good mark here to McIntosh down there on the forward, or a little short of half forward for Norwood. Very good player, this fellow. Pack fly again. Now we're going to take that mark. Thomas tries to get clear for Norwood. It comes out again. Van Deniger gets a hand pass. Oh, there's one on the back that time to Neagle, but he's off target, and it's through for 1 point. I thought it could have been a free kick to Neagle that time.
A little late, Lou, but it pushed him off balance for sure. Perhaps stopped a goal.
Ball kicked out wide towards the wing position. Then we see Geelong go back into the centre of the ground through Toohey. Punched on by Burke. Punched on again that time by Norwood. A bit of fumbling going on. A hand pass comes out from Simpson. A missed kick that time by Jarvis of Norwood, but the umpire will ball it up at centre field. So the scoreboard at the just over the 4-minute mark, it's Norwood 1 point to Geelong the same score.
Ball up of these ideal conditions at Football Park, as I said, apart from the dew and the rather cool conditions, and players handling it pretty well at the moment. That could have almost been construed as in the back as well. Going in solidly as Winter, but it's a Geelong ball stolen by Hall. Aish towards centre field. Norwood swing forward again. Winter. Well, scanned it was a long hand pass out to the left half forward flank now. Norwood swinging to attack. A long kick by Murdoch up into the goals. It's off target again though. And Norwood wasting plenty of opportunities.
Gallagher's the man that Geelong have got to watch. He's a brilliant exponent of the handball and the foot pass, and he'll set up the plays.
Gallagher, number 11 for Norwood, runs behind the pack. Oh, it was Morgan in front, but the umpires found a free kick for on the shoulder, and Morgan will be the recipient of that free kick. He gets a 15-metre penalty, Morgan, from the left half-back flank, brings him almost up to the centre wing position. No wind advantage tonight, certainly. Reynoldsson has the sit, couldn't complete the grab. Wild tap out there by Kelly. Finally, Norwood can swing into attack again as the ball is booted up towards their right half forward flank, and a good grab. Up towards the full forward position now for Norwood, but Geelong defending desperately in the first quarter. Norwood certainly wasting a few opportunities. Yates just about caught with the ball, could be holding it. The umpire says it is, and the free kick will go to Michael Annie. He's already kicked 1 point. Michael Annie about 35 to 40 metres out from goal. That shot looks a lot better. That's the first goal of the match, and it goes to Norwood. Michael Annie's first for the game.
Good tackle there by Big Jim Michael Annie. The Geelong player about to clear the ball, but he put on a good tackle, and the umpire actually paid a throwing kick against rather than holding the ball against the Geelong defender. And Big Jim, who's been having trouble with his foot, that is kicking for goal in recent times, put it through, and that's a fine start for the legs. 1-2 to a point.
Norwood getting off to a good start. Ball booted up towards the Geelong half-forward flank, just off the edge of the centre square. Jarvis, hurried hand pass, trying to find Gallagher, couldn't do so. Big pack of players developing. In goes McIntosh as umpire Ian Robinson has decided it will be a bounce just wide of centre field. A bounce on centre wing. Big pack of players around the ball. Hall loses that one out to Burke, who got a mile in the air. A chance now for Norwood as the hand pass comes out to Michael H from Kelly. And Burke appears to have injured himself after that big leap. The ball up towards Simpson. Simpson couldn't quite take the grab. Plenty of Norwood players going in solidly. And it will be a free kick. It's going Geelong's way.
A free kick out there to Geelong. A bit of a wrestling match going on. I think this will be on for young and old before it's over tonight. Of course, there's the hand pass coming out now. Chance for Geelong to get the ball clear as it comes back here now to Cole. Cole is clear at centre field. Drives the ball over centre half forward. Reynolds at the back. Oh, well played that time by Kelly, and Burke appears to be okay for Geelong. That's Kelly driving the ball back there. Pack fly. Oh, God, there's a free kick now. The umpire said play on his button. Boots the ball high out wide. McGrath comes in, got under that one. There's a go for Yates. Shows a lot of dash there. Runs to half back. Boots the ball long over the Geelong half forward line. And a good mark taken here by Murdoch of Norwood out there at half back. The scoreboard, 1 goal, 8 points Norwood to Geelong, 1 point only, just on the 8-minute mark of this first quarter. The Fosters Football Cup. Ball comes back to Gallagher, threads his way through the pack, then loses it. This gives Bruns the chance to boot the ball over the half-forward line. At the back is Couch, goes the punch, picked up by Reynoldsson. He boots it up high, but Palm's in the way of Jacko, and the crowd giving Jacko the raspberry as Baum gets around his opponent. Shows a lot of faith for a big guy too, and goes for the long kick back towards the centre of the ground. And there's a mark. No, he didn't pay that. I thought he'd have paid that. Down goes Tui with one in the back. Oh, I thought that could have been a mark to Vendeniger that time.
I agree, Lou.
Tui goes for a short pass. It'll be okay. Marked here by Morgan out there at half forward. Takes a bit of a trot towards the goals. Has a long shot looking for Jacko, but he's off target. And the ball is out of bounds on the full. So we'll see Big Hall or Button to Barn to take this free kick. No, they can't make up their mind, so it'll be Hall to take the free kick down there in the back pocket. So it's 1 goal, 8 points. Norwood to Geelong, 1 point on as we approach the 9-minute mark of this first quarter of the Fosters Football Cup.
Mark to Reynoldsson at left half forward. A little bit of fog developing over Adelaide at the moment. But, visibility is still quite okay. Well, the flyer in front for Geelong was number 33, Mitchell, one of their new players in the lineup tonight. Couldn't take the mark.
Pete, not a bad crowd tonight. I reckon round about the 5,000 or 6,000.
It's an excellent crowd, Lou. Hall doing battle with Jacko. wrestle. Jacko's on the bottom of it. Michael Aish is next to bottom. And we'll see a ball up in the Geelong forward pocket. It's only about 20 metres from their goal. Catch yet to score one in the first quarter, which has been in progress just over 9.5 minutes. The ball knocked out towards the boundary line again, picked up by Winter, close to the goal line. He's gone for the kick right across the goals. It's okay though, there's no one there. Finally picking the ball up for Geelong is Tui. Tui looking for a pass. It's not a particularly good one. In fact, it was a shocker. Reynoldsson from the point of the square puts Geelong into attack again. He's gone for a pass, and that's equally bad. It's marked by Gallagher. Gallagher's kicked back towards centre field, and that's okay. Big Button takes the mark.
Been around a long time, this guy, Ian.
Yes, he's played over 300 games, Lou. He's been a top player for Norwood.
3 marks. Ball marked down there by Neagle. Oh, the kicking atrocious from both sides at the moment, and I think we can put that down possibly to the dew developing on the grass. The ball becomes very slippery.
At the moment, I would say that Norwood are the more aggressive side and playing the better football, Peter.
And coming on as Hine, number 5, and going off number 37, Hall. So they're obviously going to interchange in the ruck. And we'll see a take 2 of that exchange as once again the boundary umpire will be the centre of attraction. This time the ball just about 5 or 6 metres further around from the Norwood goal. Burke getting the front position from Button. The 2 number 30s do battle. A real line ball decision, that one. Almost a high tackle on Michael Cole. The umpire says no. Drum goes for the hand pass. And finally Geelong run the ball out of the fence. That's okay. Picked up for them down there by Morfitt, their new centre player. The ball up towards number 47. That's Christensen. He's gone for a hand pass down to Couch. Couch has gone for the long kick. Who's down there for Geelong? No one. Jacko might get there first. The bounce is okay. Jacko shoots and he's put it through, has he? It's a goal.
He's going back to Bar because he pushed him after he'd kicked it. You'll find that Barmer's pushed him after he'd kicked the ball, and Jacko was a bit wild about that, Ian.
Yeah, Kelly came to meet the ball. He got a bad bounce, and it was Cooch who sent them in, and Jacko got his boot to the ball, and Craig Barmer doesn't mess around. He came down to let Jacko know he was all about, and top stuff.
Well, Jacko will certainly have his hands fully tonight with Barm because he's a pretty tough customer. He's got a big reputation over here. The ball knocked out by Hine. Well, they all missed that. Hine comes in again for Norwood. Couldn't pick it up. He's a big, tall, gangly guy. Gets a hand pass. I don't know whether he threw that or not. Still plenty of fumbling going on as the ball is booted out there, and a good mark taken here by Neagle of Norwood. He's out there at half forward. Neagle's kick is a long one. Looking there for Michael Aney. Punched out by Yates. The ball hits the deck again. Grabbed by Simpson, but taking the ball away is Button. Over it goes now to McGrath. And McGrath threaded it through for a goal. So they're looking pretty good, Norwood. 2 goals, 2-14 Norwood to Geelong. 1 goal, 1-7. A big one in Victoria.
Not a bad little spot.
Not a bad spot as we see Burke knock the ball out. Overrunning the ball that time was Halyard, picked up by Mitchell. Mitchell's kicked down there towards Jacko and Barm. Barm got us a go for Jacko. Can he get around? Kicked off the ground now. Coming in to meet it now is Marty Christensen. A hand pass back to Jacko. Crashes his way through the pack. A snap and goal. But he's off target and through for 1 point. So Geelong move on to 1 goal, 2-8 points. To Norwood 2-2-14. I think we're going to see plenty of fireworks here tonight.
You're talking about the big crowd, Lou. I wouldn't be surprised if half of them have come to see Jacko.
Oh, well, that's great. I think it's great for football. The ball out towards the half-back line. Picked up by Thomas. He's grabbed. Van Daniger gets a hand pass. And over to McIntosh. McIntosh has grabbed around the head. But the umpire said play on. As the ball finally goes down there through Winter over the half-forward line for Norwood. It hits the deck again. Coming out to make it as Aish. He was grabbed when he didn't have the ball. And the ball is out of bounds. About 45 metres around from that Norwood goal. And it's been a pretty tough game so far. No beg pardons. I think it'll be on for Young and old before this night's over too. But this park is just absolutely magnificent. It's a great playing arena, this football park, Peter. You can't deny that. A hand pass coming out now. There's a chance. Oh, there's Simpson going down. He copped one from Aish, but the umpire will ball it up right on the boundary line about 50 metres out from the Norwood goal. Norwood are 2 goals, 2-14 to Geelong 1 goal, 2-8 as we approach the 14.5-minute mark of this, the first quarter of the Foster's Cup. That's Button's getting a kick down there for Norwood. Going for the half-forward pocket and bet on this one going out. It's out of bounds about 30 metres around from the Norwood goal.
6 points the difference in favour of Norwood. First 2 quarters, of course, in the Foster's Cup of 20 minutes duration. We've just passed the 14.5-minute mark. As I said, 6 points the difference. Boundary throw in again, knocked down by Button. Hand pass comes out to Gallagher from Neagle. Ball up towards the 10-metre square, almost a mark. No, says the umpire, play on. Cole tries to do just that. Finally, it's picked up by Hellier. Hellier's kick is a high one. Racing forward is Michael Aish. In turns Zickler in pursuit of him. Ball pretty close to the boundary line. In goes McGrath. And it will be a ball up, says umpire Kinnear. And that will take place pretty well on the boundary line. Right forward pocket. Geelong player in a lot of trouble out there. That's Zickler. Trainers racing after him as play continues. Down goes Norwood player down there in Neagle. It's a very scrambly passage of play at the moment. Once again, we'll see a ball up.
Well, if anyone should know anything about Victorian football and the tactics, it's Neil Baum, because he was a pretty successful player over there in Victoria in those 2 premiership sides for Richmond, Pete.
And of course he was coached by Tom Hafey.
Finally picked up by Thomas. Thomas, whom we saw in action, of course, in the state game last week, gets it out to Gallagher. Gallagher at left half forward flank. Long kick up towards the full forward position. The Geelong defence certainly working overtime in the first quarter. McGrath tried to soccer it off the ground, and finally it's Toohey that actually palmed the ball through for 1 point. Yates it was. 2-3 to 1-2. 15 plays 8 in the first quarter. As we await the ball to come back into play. Yates' kick is a long one. Getting underneath it, Morgan. Now he's got a chance. Robbed off it by Scanlon. Scanlon goes for the knock-on. That was pretty clever. Gets it out to Neagle. He's gone for a hand pass back to Gallagher. Gallagher's hand pass is a poor one. Lets the Cats defence through, but a little bit slow down there. Thomas dispossessed pretty quickly. Could have almost been penalised, and the umpire says it will be a free kick. For a high tackle, Thomas to take it about 40 metres from goal. He's gone for the high kick, trying to find Michael Annie. Big arms of Button go up, and he's grabbed it. Oh, like 2 big stakes, those hands.
Been a very handy player in South Australian football, Ian Button, hasn't he?
He's a very strong player, a former King Cup oarsman, so he's a very strong physical player, and he'll kick this.
Well, he's got to have a bit of class if he's a King's Cup oarsman. Put it through, it's a goal, and so Norwood doing pretty well. Scoreboard in the Foster's Cup 3-3 to 1-2, and they're looking pretty good, Ian.
Yes, it's the playmakers once again of Norwood that set it up there. Thomas got the free kick for a push in the back, and then he put it in high. Gallagher's handball was uncharacteristically offline, but Button stood his ground well. Eyes on the ball, strong mark, goal. Norwood off to a good start. Incidentally, I should say that the Redlegs are the name of... I'm just saying that, Peter, that Redlegs, if I call them the Legs, their nickname is the Redlegs, like the Geelong is called the Cats.
We're with you. McGrath, Button, Michael Annie, the goal kickers for Norwood so far. Jackson is the only goal kicker for Geelong. 2 minutes remaining in the first term. Not a good start for the Cats. Now they swing forward again. It's kicked up there by Morgan to their half-forward line. But a good mark is taken by Hellier at the right half-back flank. Hasn't played a bad first quarter either, Hellier. Quite a useful player. It's kicked to the centre wing position. There's Button again, putting the body in well. Shane Williams dispossessed, but it's a Geelong ball. The hand pass comes out to Morford. He's well tackled. Could have almost been construed as in the back. The umpire says no, and it will be a ball up on centre wing, the outer side of the ground.
Just on the 18-minute mark of the first quarter of the Foster's Football Cup. 21 points Norwood to Geelong 8 points, and Norwood looking pretty good. The Cats in plenty of trouble. Bit of fumbling going on. Button gets a hand pass back to Van Deniger. Van Deniger's kick is high over the half-forward line. And there'll be a mark taken down there by Cole. Quickly plays on. He was grabbed by Ace, but didn't get a good kick. Back it goes to Reynolds. He's out there on the wing position, grabbed by the leg. And Reynolds will take the free kick out there on the centre wing position. Beautifully built fella, this Reynolds, Ian.
Looks a good player. Where's he playing? Centre half forward?
Centre half forward. He's got a ton of potential, but hasn't really lived up. Oh, there's a great mark in defence that time by Kelly. They're looking good, Norwood. Out it goes there towards Winter. Flying high was Drum, got into his back. The umpire said play on. It could have been a bit lucky, Geelong, as we see Marty Christensen go for a pass to Morgan. He's got it on the rebound. Has a shot at goal up towards Jacko and Barn. This could go through. I think it might have bounced through for a goal. Oh, the umpire said touch. So Geelong not having much luck. As we approach the 19-minute mark, 3 goals, 3-21 Norwood to Geelong, 1 goal, 3-9 points. So they're really struggling. 12 points the difference. Knocked out that time by McGrath. McGrath picks it up out there on that half-back flank position. Goes for a pass. It's grabbed here by Winter. Winter out there at half-back goes for the long kick, but there's nobody there, and a good mark taken here by Williams. That's the ex-Richmond player. Shane Williams with a kick across to Bruns. And there's the siren to end the quarter. And at quarter time at the Foster's Football Cup, we see Norwood doing a lot better than Geelong. 3 goals, 3-21 to Geelong, 1 goal, 3-9 points.
You're enjoying the telecast wherever in Australia you're watching. Knocked down by Hall. Gets it down to McIntosh and turn on to Aish. Aish for Norwood up to the left half forward flank. The Redlegs doing the attacking. Knocked down by Button. It's a 3-on-1 battle out there. Plenty of Geelong players going in, but they're not making any headway. And umpire Ian Robinson has decided it will be a ball up at the left half forward flank. Very good crowd in attendance for the Foster's Footy Cup match. For that, we must congratulate the football public of Adelaide. Certainly got right behind the match here tonight. Drum almost caught with the ball by Button, but the umpire says it will be no free kick, and once again we'll see a ball up. Very crowded bounce, knocked away by Burke. Gets it down to Bruns. Almost dispossessed by Gallagher, but he does get his kick in up towards Hellier. Hellier punches the ball to ground once more. Good tackle by McIntosh. The Redlegs certainly going in with plenty of vigour so far, but in the meantime it's a Geelong ball. It comes out to Shane Williams. He's gone for a pass. Geelong now looking a little bit better, but some of their handball has been as stray as it was in the first term. And finally the ball booted up by, that was kicking it down there, Mitchell, in towards the forward pocket. Out it comes to Winter. Winter's gone for a hand pass to Hellier, and he's bundled over the boundary line. We'll see it thrown back into play right in the forward pocket, about 35 metres from goal. The Hall to do the ruck work for the Redlegs. Gets the front position, thumps it about 25 metres, and again it's over the boundary line before Shane Williams can get there. Jacko and Baum having their own two-man war. Honour's about even so far. Picked up by Bruns. Bruns' kick is a short one, trying to find Couch. He gets dispossessed pretty quickly as the Redlegs swing into attack through Gallagher. Gallagher's kick is up towards the half-forward line. That's a Geelong mark, is it? Yes, says the umpire. And the mark is taken by little Buse up the centre field. Off the hands of Couch. Chance for Bruns. He's certainly been one of Geelong's busiest players. Bruns has gone for a pass, and he's found Jacko directly in front of goal and about 35 metres out.
That was a beautiful pass by Bruns, and Jacko led well away from Baum. He's only about 35 metres out directly in front. There it is on its way, and that's Jacko's first goal. Second goal, I should say, and the crowd loving every moment of Jacko and Baum. There's the scoreboard, 3 goals, 3-21 to Geelong, 2 goals, 3-15 on the Foster's Cup scoreboard.
Well, Jacko Lew has been under a cloud with a knee injury, but he seems to be moving all right.
Well, he moved well for that pass. It was a beautiful pass, Ian.
Bruns played good football, Lou, while 3 or 4 players flew for the ball out in the wing. He was the one that stood down for the slippery ball, and he was rewarded.
6 points the difference as we approach the 3-minute mark of this second quarter. Hand pass coming out from Bruns. Bruns' kick is not a good one. Picked up here now by Fusdyke. Fusdyke gets the ball over, and the ball driven up there by Gallagher over the half-forward line. McElhaney got his hands to it, couldn't hold the mark for Norwood. Pushed out again. Finally a bit of fumbling going on. Down goes Drum. He couldn't get the ball clear. Hand pass back there to Van Deniger. And the ball marked down there by Hocking, I think it is. Yes, Hocking with the mark down there at fullback for Geelong. Hocking goes for a hand pass. It'll be okay. Received there by Cole. Back towards the centre of the ground. Smothered by Kelly. Tries to get a hand pass. Plenty of fumbling going on. I should imagine, Ian, it'll be pretty slippery out there with the amount of dew around.
Yes, the dew's coming down, and of course with the lush turf, it's going to make it difficult before the night's out.
Well, this ground looks a picture. Knocked out that time by Button, playing a pretty good game. He's played over 300 for the South Australian football. There's a free kick, and the free kick will go to Fusdyke at centre field. This is Fusdyke with the ball for Norwood. They're in front by 6 points, and they're giving Geelong a run for their money. Up to McElhaney, got his hands to it, couldn't hold the mark. Dewey got one in the back, but the umpire said play on. Kicked out wide. Kicked out again by Drum back there. Oh, overrun the ball was Williams. Backed up again by by Drum. He kicks the ball out wide. Coming in to meet it now is Hall. He's attacked by Reynoldsson. Down goes Galley, but Hall will get a free kick for a push in the back. So a free kick to Hall there towards centre half back. Gives a hand pass over there to McIntosh gets the ball to Neagle. A long kick up there towards the full forward position. He got his hands to it, McElhaney, but couldn't get it clear. It's kicked out wide towards the forward pocket and finally forced over the line and out of bounds by McGrath. About 30 metres around from the Norwood goal. They're in front by 6 points as we approach the 5-minute mark of this second quarter.
Simpson doing a good job on McElhaney, as you call him, or Michaelani. He's thumping the ball away.
Incidentally, we saw a wide shot of the goal there before. There weren't too many people behind it. The crowd that was down that end before, as Shane Williams picks it up for Geelong, they've all gone down to the other end to see Mark Jackson. And there's about 2,000 or 3,000 kids at least behind that other goal. A little bit of a box on there. McIntosh decides to get into the thick of things. In comes Big Hall and then wait for the occasion. Umpire Ian Robinson reaches for the book. He's trying to rival Glenn James as the fastest man with the book and pencil, but I don't think any damage has been done.
Well, McIntosh had hold of one of Reynoldson's legs. And of course, it was like a wishbone trying to pull it apart. There's Jacko down there creating a tremendous scene as the crowd follows him down to whichever goal he's kicking towards.
Little Macca loves a fight. He'd rather have a scrap than a feat, honestly.
I believe you. I've spent quite a bit of time with him in Ireland. Interesting character is Gary McIntosh, and loves a game of football. Certainly prefer to have him on the side than playing against him. I'm not kidding. Free kick going to Geelong. It's taken down there for them by Hocking. He's gone for a hand pass to Buse. Back towards centre wing. Gallagher getting underneath the ball, but Morford beats him to it. Should have marked that, actually, Morford. And the umpire wisely didn't pay the mark to him. The ball out of bounds. A little bit of fumbling over there, but as I said, it is a very greasy ball with the dew. And we'll see a boundary throw in on centre wing. Second quarter in progress, 6.5 minutes. Two number 30s, Button and Burke. It's Geelong through Hocking. Finding the Cats up towards Jacko. He's going to try and beat two of them. One of them was Barr. Hellier defending well. Hellier goes for the boundary line on the member stand side, and the ball bouncing towards it. It's over it, and we will see a boundary throw in. Left half forward for Geelong. 21 plays 15 in the second quarter. 3-3 to 2-3. Jacko has kicked Geelong's only 2 goals so far. Goes for the hand pass. It's back to Hellier again, up towards the centre wing position. Geelong regrouping well. They got off to a very slow start here. Damien Drum certainly runs his full 15 metres over to Big Burke, who got a rather hefty knock in the first quarter, but he seems to have recovered okay. McIntosh in the thick of things for the Redlegs. Loses out, picked up by Morgan. Morgan going goalwards for the Cats, has a flying shot with the left foot up towards the 10-metre square, but a good safe mark is taken down there for them by Winter. Winter to the outer side. The mark taken by Murdoch. On in turn to Baum. Baum clear of Morgan. Up towards the centre wing position. They're pushing the back, I think, and the free kick for the Redlegs will be taken by Scander at centre wing.
Scander with the ball out there on the centre wing position. 7.5 minutes gone of the second quarter of the Foster's Football Cup. 6 points the difference in favour of Norwood. Still hanging in there as the ball goes over their half-forward line. The pack set themselves. It comes back to McGrath, but he soon got it. They pile in there. Kicked off the ground again by Yates, back towards the centre of the ground. But Norwood backing up. Good play by Gallagher. Over it goes to McIntosh. A long hand pass coming out here now. This time it goes over to Thomas. Thomas gets the ball up there towards the full forward position, but it's off target. Unfortunately for Norwood and through for 1 point. So they lead by 7 points now. 22 plays 15. And Geelong can't get on top of them. And I would say up to this stage, Ian, that they're Norwood the more aggressive side.
I'd agree, Lou.
Here we go. Burke's got a chance to mark. He fumbled that one, but he's grabbed it out there at half back. Pretty thin, this guy. I reckon he'd have a bath and a fountain pen. Ball shot across there towards centre of the ground. The pack fly knocked out by Reynolds. The hand pass comes over to Kelly, but he's got it. Gets the ball looking there for Neagle. He couldn't get clear. It's tapped back again to Fosdyke. He tries to smother. He does pretty successfully too, but the umpire will ball it up at centre half forward for Norwood, about 55 metres out from their goal. They're 3 goals for 22. The Geelong 2-3-15. Button against Burke. The 2 number 30s knocked out by Burke. A fumble that time by McGrath. A hand pass comes out now. There's a go now for Van Daniker. Straightens up, fires at the goal. Not a bad sort of a kick either. No, there was a bit of a crash Yates went into the goal post, but it's through for 1 point. So they move on to 3 goals, 5-23 Norwood to Geelong 2-3-15. Ball back out there short, marked it there in the back pocket position by, this is Toohey. 15-metre penalty against Scandal of Norwood. So Toohey comes up there to the half-back flank position, goes out there to the wing. Ball punched out by Gallagher, knocked on again by Jarvis. There's a go now for Williams to get clear. He was a bit slow, but he finally got a kick. Drum couldn't hold the mark, but he smothered the ball okay. Went for a wild hand pass. Grabbed here by Damien Fish, but well tackled. It's picked up again, a hand pass coming out the counts. This looks dangerous. He gives a hand pass over to Morgan. Morgan gets around his opponent, snaps at goal. But he's off target and it's through for 1 point. So they're under pressure. They're finding it hard to break clear. Geelong 3 goals, 5-23 Norwood to Geelong 2 goals, 3-15. So the difference, or 16 I should say, the difference now 7 points.
Approaching the 10.5-minute mark now of the second quarter. Game certainly picking up. Pega 2, a hand pass comes out to the centre wing position where it's picked up by McGrath. One of Norwood's 3 goal kickers up towards their full forward position. A great mark dragged down there for the Redlegs, and taking the mark is Scanlon.
They're looking good, Pete.
They are looking good. That's a great mark under these conditions. Any overhead grab tonight with the wet ball is not a bad effort. He's about 40 to 45 metres out. 3 kicks. This one off target, I think, and through for 1 behind to Norwood. And that takes their total now to 3 goals, 24 points. They lead Geelong 2-4-16 at Football Park.
Lou, I think Norwood are using the ball a bit better than Geelong at the moment.
No doubt about that. They're more aggressive. They're keeping in front. They're tackling a lot better than Geelong do.
Morgan at left half-back flank has the mark for the Cats. He's going short. Geelong maintaining the pattern we saw them employ in the first turn. That's zigzag, and like at VFL Park, that can quite often come unstuck. Good mark to Bruns at left half-forward flank. Thought about playing on, goes back for the kick. 8 possessions so far to Neville Bruns, so certainly has been one of the Cats' best. Up towards their full forward position, but Hine, a good safe mark in front of Jackson. Well, if you said Burke could take a bath in a fountain pen, this guy could take a bath in a thermometer. Almost a mark down there to Fosdyke. In fact, I think the umpire has paid it.
It's a good effort, that, Pete.
He's winded himself too, Fosdyke. Yes, good mark. Under these conditions, I think you have to pay those. Fosdyke's kick up towards the centre wing position. Norwood looking for the front position all the time. Gallagher's kick is a short one, though, and it's marked for Geelong by Hocking. Hocking goes long to left half forward flank, and that's okay. Reynoldson takes the mark in front of Hellier. And Fosdyke coughing up blood. He must have landed pretty heavily there when he took that mark. And looks as though it's going to be a stretcher case. We'll come back to that in just a moment as the ball was picked up for the Redlegs by Neagle, one of their better players in the first quarter. It's a loose ball on centre wing. Toohey should get there first for Geelong. Hockey comes in for the support, and Shepherd's well. Toohey right on the boundary line, goes for a short pass, too long for Drum. Mark almost taken by Marty Christensen. He's recovered well. He's gone for the hand pass to Damien Drum right on the boundary line. Drum's kick a high one, trying to find Jacko. Hine is there. Jacko bundles him out of the way. Snapshot for goal for the Cats is not bad, and that's through.
Just on the 13-minute mark of the second quarter, 24 plays, 22, only 2 points the difference. Norwood back into attack up towards their full forward position. Oh, just about a mark there to Michael Laney, but the umpire said no, play on. There's a chance now for Simpson to get clear, kicks the ball over the half-back line. Bit of a smother. Toohey grabs it up nicely. Goes for another pass out wide. No mark that time. It'll be interference to Mitchell. Crowd not too happy about the decision, but he's got it out there at half-forward. 2 points the difference in favour of Geelong. Looking for Reynoldson. He's found him right on the boundary line, about 45 metres out from goal. A very difficult shot. Waiting on Reynoldson. Geelong trailing by 2 points. There's the kick. But he's off target and it's through for 1 point. So it's a point the difference. Norwood 3 goals, 6-24 to Geelong 3-5-23. Into the second quarter by just on 14 minutes.
Nord have made a move. Young David Payne comes back for his first game for the Legs for a while. He's replaced Fosdyke, who's injured.
Well, that's bad luck for Fosgate. Let's hope it's not serious. There's a good mark taken that time by Williams. This is Shane Williams with the ball out there at half forward, a good distance out from goal. The kick by Williams is up there towards the goal square, coming across his big hind and takes the mark there, short of fullback. A quick hand pass comes over. We saw the ball driven out there by Hall of Norwood. Pack fly, no one can take the mark. Backing up well this time is Tui, showing a lot of dash. Goes for a pass, looking for Jacko, but there's too many there guarding Jacko. He's got a chance now, but Murdoch's on the job. Murdoch picks it up as Hind stops Jacko from getting clear. Murdoch right across goals towards Scanlon. Out there with Hocking, having a great battle out there, but the umpire's got to ball it up out there at half forward for Geelong, about 60 metres out from their goal. Norwood 3 goals, 6:24 to Geelong 3:5:23 as we approach the 15-minute mark of this, the second quarter of the Foster's Football Cup. Knocked out by Reynoldsson. We see Kelly couldn't grab that one either, and the umpire will ball it up once again. Well, the standard's pretty good. It's a tough match, and you've got to allow for the slippery conditions because there is a lot of dew on the ground here tonight. Knocked out that time by Reynoldsson. Going through as Couchby's grabbed. He gets a hand pass back there to Marty Christensen. A snap at goal. Jacko's got a chance. Oh, he's bended. Was that a free kick? No, the umpire not having a bar, but Jacko going back to the umpire to say a few words, but he won't change the decision. So scores a dead level, 24 points apiece. Pete.
Watch that in replay. No, Academy Award performance from Jacko on that occasion, and a good decision by the umpire. Ball booted back into play by Barham. It's not a bad one either. A long kick up towards the centre wing position. It's taken by Payne. Payne kick is down to the left half forward flank. Thomas racing forward for the Redlegs. Gets upended. The ball still in play. And chance for the Cats to get out of danger. Buse's kick up towards the centre wing position is out of bounds. And it will be a boundary throw in right on that centre wing position. Scores dead level, 3-6 to 3-6. 16 and a half minutes have gone in the second quarter. 30 is Burke doing the ruck work against number 5, Hind for Norwood. Come down by Burke. Bruns' kick was a short one. Daniger couldn't get clear either, and we will again see a ball up still on the centre wing position. Well, Norwood started off well, but Geelong have just about got their measure with the scores being dead level. The tap out going to Hind once more. Sharing the ruck work for the Redlegs with Big Hall. There's certainly a contrast in those two guys. Hall would outweigh him by about 3 or 4 stone. Burke to Reynoldsson. Short to half forward. Hellier doesn't get a favourable bounce. Christensen's right there with him. That's Marty Christensen. Finally, it's picked up by Mitchell for Geelong. Mitchell swinging onto the left foot. He's gone for a pass. Tried to find Couch, who was there, but it was a bad pass. McIntosh, not a good piece of handball either. Gets it over and turned to Gallagher. Gallagher up towards the left half forward. Payne it was. Chance for Williams, who hasn't played a bad game for Geelong. A little bit slow on that occasion to get rid of the ball. Almost a high tackle by Burke. The umpire says play on. Norwood going in at the ball with 2s and 3s. In goes Couch. He gets bundled out of the road, and umpire Ian Robinson has decided it will be a bounce just about at centre field. Close to the half-time siren. A couple of minutes left for play. Picked up by little Buse. Buse's kick to half forward for Geelong. Reynoldsson gets underneath the ball. Tries to knock it away from Hind. Not successful. Kelly is there for the Redlegs. Loses out. Marty Christensen goes in likewise for Geelong, and umpire Rick Kinnear has decided again it will be a ball up, this time right on the edge of the square, which is pretty hard to see. Reynoldsson handing the ball back to the umpire, contesting with Hind. Hind too tall. Picked up for Norwood by Gallagher. 2 Geelong players almost spoiled each other there, but the umpire has paid the mark to Burke. And Burke will take that kick a little bit short of centre field. Haven't seen Flanagan tonight. He was named on the bench, but Burke has done the ruck work right along for the Cats. Burke at centre field, assisted by that 15-metre penalty. Geelong badly needing a goal before half-time. Jacko, can he get there? No, beaten for it by Barham. Finding the greasy ball very hard to pick up. Jacko goes in again, bundles Gary McIntosh out of the road, and umpire Rick Kinnear has again decided it will be a ball up.
Scores dead level, 24 points apiece. Just on the 18.5-minute mark of this second quarter. It's been a damn good contest tonight as Reynoldsson comes out of the pack with a long hand pass to Bruns. A hurried snapshot at goal, but he's off target, and it's through for 1 point. So the Cats have hit the front. That's the first time for the night too, Ian.
Certainly.
So 24 plays 25 in favour of Geelong, and we've got about 40 seconds to go before the end of this second quarter. Ball out wide. There's a good mark taken by Jarvis out there at half-back for Norwood. Jarvis now. Jarvis' kick is a long one, looking out wide there for Button at the back of the pack. Got one hand, it couldn't hold the mark. The ball tapped on again. There's Lilly in the back that time to Scanlon. Yes, the umpire spotted that, and Scanlon will take the free kick. A hand pass coming over to Thomas. He goes for a long kick. Time running out for a goal here for Norwood. Oh, McElhaney having a fight there as the ball comes back to Ace. It's tapped through for 1 point that time by Colt, and the score's a dead level again. 25 points apiece. So we've certainly got a good game on our hands here tonight. There's the siren to win the second quarter of the Foster's Football Cup. Scores dead level in a great contest. 3 goals, 7, 25 points apiece.
Cup match from Football Park as Geelong go forward now through Michael Cole. He's gone for a 15-metre run, one bounce. Could he have almost run too far? That's a beautiful shot at goal. Great start Geelong in the third quarter if it's okay. Well, did he run too far?
That's what he said, Pete.
He had one bounce, but obviously it wasn't enough.
Well, I'd say he covered too much distance.
Yes, he went from the edge of the cricket pitch to inside the half-forward line, Lou, with one bounce, as Peter said.
Jarvis's free kick for Norwood, back up towards centre wing. The umpire in the meantime has found a free kick to Geelong, and it will go to Simpson. Simpson on right centre wing. A chance to put the Cats deep into attack again, so a little bit of bad luck for them there, but Reynoldsson taking the mark a little bit short of centre half forward. He's gone for a pass, trying to find whoever it was is misplaced. Hellier. He's defended pretty well, Ian. Played a very solid game.
He's a good player, a very underrated player too, not by the legs, of course.
He's nice and solid down there across the half-back line. Winter's gone for a hand pass. Could have almost been a little bit too long to Michael Aish, but he's good enough to get clear. Good tackle by Couch it was. Thomas dispossessed pretty quickly. Good tackle. Drum trying to barge his way through. Not successful. Hurried hand pass trying to find Couch. The umpire says holding the ball, and the free kick will go to the legs at the right half-back flank. The kick to Thomas. Thomas goes out wide. They're running now and picked up by Payne out there on centre wing. Payne's kick is a long one up towards full forward, and the ball knocked away by Marty Christensen away from the hands of McGrath, and we'll see a boundary throw in almost in the right forward pocket.
Ian Aish has been a little bit quiet tonight.
Yes, Lou, I'm just wondering whether there's a tag on him. Is Tommy Hafey a tag man?
Well, they all are now in league football. They follow the pattern, don't they, Pete?
Yes, I don't think Hafey is that keen on tagging as, say, Kevin Sheedy is. But a point rushed through to Norwood. Opens the scoring in the second half, 3-8 to 3-7, and the second quarter in progress just on the 2-minute mark.
Well, Norwood in front again by a point. The ball shot out there towards the half-back line. The pack fly. The ball pushed out by Hall. A bit of fumbling going on. Driven up there towards the full forward position. Ah, great mark to Michael Amy. He's got the mark right in front of goal. And of course, Ian said he didn't have such a good trot on Saturday kicking for goal, but he's already kicked one goal so far. Let's see whether he can kick. You have to fall over to miss this one. He's only about 15 metres out from goal, directly in front. There's the kick on its way. That is a goal.
2 goals to Michael Annie.
Well, that's a handy goal. That puts them in front by 7 points, and that's what Geelong don't want, to get this side breaking away from them, Ian.
As I mentioned, he's a very good marker of the football, and on this occasion you see the ball coming quick from McGrath, and an excellent mark there. He had his bottom out, his hands forward, head up, and he took a fine mark and converted for his second. And Norwood 4-8, Geelong 3-7, the legs by 7 points.
It's Norwood by 7 points, just past the 3-minute mark now of the third quarter.
7 points the difference. Norwood back in front. Knocked out by the big fella Hall. It's the deck. Morgan gets a short hand pass over to Cobb, but they soon swoop on him. They didn't give him much of a chance that time, Thomas and Hall. So the umpire will ball it up at centre field again. Geelong can't break away from this very tenacious side, Norwood. Knocked out by Burke. He's done pretty well in the ruck. Out it comes to Hallier, who's played a very good game down there in defence for Norwood. The kick is wide. going for the boundary line. It's Williams there first in front of Payne. He's kicked it off the side of his boot that time, and it's out of bounds.
Almost out of bounds on the full, though.
Yes, out of bounds on the centre wing position, with Norwood 7 points in front, and a very good crowd here tonight at the football park. I would say round about the 7,000 or 8,000 mark, and a lot have come here to see Jacko perform. He's already kicked 2 goals. There's a stack up out there on that centre wing position. The umpire will ball it up again just on the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. Now he's going to give a free kick. And the free kick down there by Payne. Payne down towards the full forward position. That was Van Deniger getting up high. Picked up by Yates. Yates' kick is back towards the centre of the ground. Ball tapped on again, that time by Murdoch. Picked up by Couch. I like the style of this young fellow as he kicks the ball long. Up there towards the full forward position. Punch. There's a go for Jacko for goal number 3. A snap at goal, a grubber, but he's off target. And a throw for one crowd and 1 point. And this to the crowd, giving him all the barragging about the place.
They're all down at the Jacko goal again.
Poor defence by Norwood. Jacko read it beautifully. There were 2 Norwood players up, none down, and Jacko read it beautifully.
Good mark to Michael Aish.
Chance there. I think he tried to be a bit smart and skidded through Pete that time.
I think there is a tag on Michael Aish, and I think it's number 37, who's Michael Cole, and he's got plenty of pace.
Cole, one of the twins down there at Geelong. Of course, I think there's only one left down there now.
That's
the
right.
other one has departed the scene. Picked up by Tui. Tui's kick is a wild one. In fact, it's right out of the open spaces. Thomas might get there first. No, he shepherds well for Hellier. Hellier's gone for a short pass. Simpson intercepting there for Geelong. Tries to rush the ball over the boundary line. Not successful. In goes Mitchell. In goes McGrath. McGrath's hand pass is a hurried one, but I think it might be out of bounds. And in fact it is. And we'll see a boundary throw at the right half forward flank down there for Norwood, but about 65 metres from their goal. 4-8 to 3-8, a difference of a goal. Jackson has 2 for Geelong. Michael Aney has 2 for Norwood. The 2 number 30s. On the left is Burke. On the right is Button. Button, one of the veterans of South Australian football, wins that knockout. Goes down to Morgan. Morgan gets it out to Christensen. Christensen and turn up towards little Bruns. Bruns' kick up towards Big Hall. I don't think the Store gift winners have got too many problems with this fellow, but he's rucked fairly well.
Big fellow, isn't he?
He is big.
Norwood always play their ruckman in defence while the ball's in attack.
He's been interchanging with Hine. Hall has been starting off the first part of the quarters. Hine finishing them off. Ball scooped out wide towards McGrath again. Went for the soccer off the ground. Just about took the hands of Shane Williams with him. But it's once again out of bounds. 37 Hall doing battle with number 30 Burke. This time Burke wins out. Down towards Michael Cole. And the umpire in this particular occasion, Rick Kinnear, has decided it will once again be a bounce. Line ball, that one. No one getting it out. McIntosh dispossessed pretty quickly. I like the style of Gary McIntosh, though, as a footballer. You could describe him, Ian, as a likeable larrikin, couldn't you?
Certainly can. Head down, bum up.
That's right. Knocked down by Reynoldsson, but he can't get it very far. Morgan puts a tackle on. Could have almost been construed as in the back, but not so, says umpire Rick Kinnear. And again, we'll see a bounce. So the ball not moving very far from that part of the field. And there must be about 20 players around this bounce now. Reynoldsson gets high, loses out the Hall. Hand pass comes out to Hellier for Norwood. Hellier gone for a hurried hand pass. Good tackle by Williams. A chance for Geelong to swing into attack through Mitchell. Up towards Jacko in front. Now Jacko's gone for a hand pass. Beautiful play, Jackson. And that could have resulted in a goal. In fact, it has. And putting it through his Couch. 4-8 to 3-8. Now Jacko deciding to change some boots. Obviously the moulded soles, which he probably started with, not quite sufficient here. Let's look at that again, Ian.
Once again, you see poor defensive work there by Norwood. Look, there's 2 up for the ball, 1 down. Jacko's there, and he gives the running Couch into the open goal, and that's well played, Mark Jackson, but a black mark against the Norwood defence.
Putting it through for his first goal to the Cats, and the scores once again dead level, 32 points each of 2.
Well, Van Deniger got up high, couldn't hold the mark. Ball tapped on again. Is it going out for Burke to get clear, but they soon collar him. Buttons is there. He can't get out. The umpire will ball it up about 40 metres. Let it play on as the ball comes back there now towards Yates. He got grabbed too high. A quick hand pass to Tui. Another long one out here to Hocking out there at half back. Geelong dead level. A hand pass comes back from Cole to Hocking again. a chance for Cole to get clear and drive the ball over the Geelong half-forward line, flooding at the back. But there's a good mark taken by Hall in defence. Well, they're hanging in there. Scores dead level. This is a top game here tonight at Football Park. Into the third quarter, the Foster's Football Cup by just on 9 minutes. Out it goes towards the wing position. Coming in to meet it out there is Toohey. With plenty of time to look for somebody, but he's kicked it very high to Reynoldsson. Tapped on again by Cole. He's got plenty of chance to straighten up and fire at the goals. This is a beautiful kick. No, but it veered off at the last moment and through for 1 point. So it's a point the difference. Well, it's a pretty good game, Ian, considering the condition, you know, because it's very slippery out there.
Battle of defences, Lou, but gee, I like that Michael Cole. Not only can he tag, but he can attack as well. Ball
knocked out that time by Williams. Coming in to meet it is Mitchell. Mitchell gets around his opponent beautifully, straightens up now, has a long shot at goal. This is into the goal square, but the ball marked down here now by Winter, I should say. Winter goes for a pass out wide. It's grabbed here by Ace. Ace ball beautifully around his opponent that time. Morphin goes for a short pass out wide, trying to find his teammate. Picked up now by Scandler. Now a fumble that time by Murdoch. He couldn't get clear, and the ball tapped on by Reynoldsson. It's out of bounds. Well, there was a chance for Murdoch to get clear for Claremont, but he fumbled it. It just shows you how slippery the ball is. It's out there on the centre wing position.
Not Claremont, Lou. Norwood.
Norwood, I should say. Claremont of West Australia. Ball back into play again. A bit of a fumble going. McIntosh using his weight there. Ace comes on the scene late and forces the ball over the line and out of bounds. So we're just over the 10-minute mark of this third quarter of the Foster's Footy Cup, and Geelong are in front by a point. But they're really struggling. They can't break clear of this determined Norwood side. Knocked out by Button. Over it goes to Kelly. A hand pass back to Fosdyke. Looks like he's recovered okay. Well picked up by Drum. A short pass. Looking for Bruns. He got under that one, but he's got a chance to recover. Kicks it off the ground. Oh, there's a bit of luck for you. And a mark taken here by Couch, who kicked their last goal.
Yes, certainly a bit of luck, but I guess he got boot to ball quick enough. Kick number 6 for Couch. His last, as we mentioned, resulted in a full pointer. He's 35 metres out. Oh, a shocking kick. Doesn't even make the distance. The ball off the hands of the pack. And it's rushed through for one behind.
It's a free kick.
Well, it might even be a free kick. Yes, it is. 4 in the back.
Against Jacko.
And it will be taken by, let's see who's going to take it. It's going to be Barm. Barm to take the free kick. In the battle with Jacko, they've been bouncing off each other all night. Yes, good mark out there to Shane Williams.
I think they're both treading lightly. They haven't really tested each other out yet.
Is that a shocking kick or is it what? Drum has to punch the ball clear. Williams actually kicked that up towards Norwood's goal. Toohey down to half forward for Geelong, trying to find Reynoldsson. Gets a favourable bounce. In comes Bruns. Ball knocked further forward. Kicked up by Drum, and the mark taken by Reynoldsson about, let's see, 35 to 40 metres from goal. Neil Barm obviously not too happy with the way the side's performing at the moment. Reynoldsson, well, he's been at Geelong for quite some time, always had plenty of potential. Off target, I think, says the goal umpire. Yes, and one behind to the Cats. That takes their total now to 4 goals 10, so both sides well off target. Only 8 goals registered. Geelong by 2 points. Barm back into play, favouring the outer side of the ground. The kick is long, and it's okay. A good mark taken out there for Norwood. The hand pass comes out towards Murdoch. Murdoch kick up towards the right half forward flank. Michael Annie looks for a hand pass. Who's going past? Finally, it's picked up for them down there by Fosdyke, and the ball bouncing towards the boundary line before Hocking can get there, and we'll see a boundary throw in about 35 metres from goal.
Duncan Fosdyke back on the turf. You might remember, Peter, he was the player that left. Looked like he was coughing up blood in the first half.
Yes, he obviously landed rather awkwardly after he took that very spectacular mark, but good to see him back out there. Button doing the ruck work for the Redlegs and does it well. Tries to get it down to Payne, who fumbles. That's understandable. Could have almost been a push in the back against Simpson, but umpire Kinnear says no, and we will see a bounce. Still in the forward pocket, but about 5 metres closer to goal. It's 2 points the difference. Aish off the hands up towards full forward. Almost a mark for Michael Annie, but he didn't pay it. No, says the umpire. They're letting it go. We saw only about 10 free kicks up the half time. Morgan takes the hand pass at right half back flank, and here go the Cats again. That's a better hand pass. Geelong's handball tonight hasn't been great. Couch has played quite a good game. What he has done has been very constructive, and a good mark by Reynolds, and he's gone for a long hand pass. Looks for Morford. Morford trying to pick up got the slippery ball, does it well, gets around one opponent, shrugs the tackle superbly. He's gone for a pass up towards Jacko. Jacko fumbles. The chance down there on the last line at defence to Murdoch.
Well taken away by Murdoch. Out there to watch that halfback. Driven away now by Barm. Off the top of the pack, coming in to meet it now is Drum out there on the centre wing position. 2 points the difference in favour of Geelong. Couch over to Drum again. Oh, beautiful play by Drum. Pushed both players away. Back it comes towards Big Hall, and he takes the mark well in defence down there in the back pocket position. A quick hand pass over to Barm. That's a long kick by Barm, but no one there. And the mark will be taken by Williams. And a free kick. Didn't look too well that time, Barm, Ian.
No, he just blazed away, didn't lift his eyes at all, but there was no Norwood player in position.
There's Williams' kick over the half-forward line, down towards the forward pocket, off the top of the pack again. Backing up well as Winter goes for a short pass, not a good one. Ball bounces beautifully here for Hocking, but he's well tackled by Van Daniger. Ball back comes to Tui, he's grabbed two, nearly holding the ball again. Picked up by McIntosh, the crowd not too happy about those holding the ball decisions. Off the top of the pack and one in the back to Ace, and a 15-metre down, a free kick to Ace out there on the centre wing position. Well, I must say it's a bit one-eyed, this crowd, but that's understandable.
Well, I think you called the free kicks, Lou.
There's the kick now, right up there towards the, we're over the half-forward line. Michael Laney, ball knocked down to Hocking, a long hand pass out wide to Williams on his own. Got a paddock to run as he drives the ball out short. Mitchell's got the mark. Stylish player, this fellow. Mitchell out there at centre half back for Geelong. They're in front by 2 points as we were just on the 15-minute mark. The ball back there to Bruns. Bruns quickly plays on. He's a pretty clever sort of a player, but that's a bad kick. But he's got time to recover that smother from Thomas. Another hand pass coming back to Mitch. He's got a touch of the fumbles too. And the umpire will ball this up a little short of centre half forward for Geelong. So they can't really break away, and they're finding it difficult to get away from this very determined Norwood side.
Norwood hanging in there, Lou.
Yes.
Geelong's handball is getting better all the time, starting to set up the loose man.
2 points the difference in favour of the Cats. Ball comes down to McIntosh. Scanlon gets a hand pass over to Gallagher. He's been a very good player tonight. Down towards Michael Laney. Oh, that's a mark. That's got to be a mark. He looks good when he gets in front of the pack, this guy. He's already kicked 2 goals. There it is in replay.
Yes, as I said to you, he's a great pair of hands. Now, South Australia badly need a goal here to get them steady.
Waiting on Norwood. This is Norwood here.
Tit for tat.
And South Australia. After last Tuesday night, we're making every post a winning
There
post.
it goes. It's not a bad sort of a kick. It's a goal. So Norwood have hit the front again. Norwood going to 5 goals, 8:38 to Geelong, 4 goals, 10:34.
Leaves it for Mitchell. Oh, he fumbles. Now Jackson's got the chance himself. Gets onto the right foot and shoots at goal. It's long, but it's not quite accurate enough. In fact, it hits the behind post, and that means it's out of bounds on the full. And the free kick will be taken by Winter. Winter at left back pocket. Went through the legs of Gallagher that time. The 2 Geelong players are there, picked up by Couch. He's got a lot of ability. Looks for Jackson. Ball fisted well clear. Chance for Morford. Swings onto the left foot and shoots at goal. That makes the difference. 3 points, or is it out of bounds? No, it's out. Well, Geelong blazing away. Now Jacko limping. I think he got one at the back when that big pack of players flew for the ball. It's not his knee, so that's the good news. I think Jacko can win him and wear him. He hands out enough, so he should be able to take that one. Yes, free kick, holding the man, going to number 7 for Norwood. That's Thomas. Thomas from right half back flank. In front is Burke. He should have held that mark. Aish comes out of the packer, holding the man decision, going to Norwood. It will be taken by Payne, number 17. Payne at right centre wing, lobs the ball high. At the back is Christensen, almost a mark to McGrath. Cats get out of danger. The ball up towards Neville Bruns at centre field. Bruns and McIntosh having a great battle there. McIntosh just couldn't stop him. Now Geelong go out for the hand pass. It's taken by Morford at centre field, taking the hand pass from Drum. Morford's kick up towards Jackson on his own. Jackson marks directly in front of goal, 25 metres out.
Bit stiff, Barmy slipped as Jacko made the lead. Barm slipped, but that's the name of the game. See him go down then.
I wondered what happened. I saw him on the ground, and the next thing we knew, Jackson had the mark. And Barb not too happy. The Jackson, we saw a short time back, I think he changed his boots, presumably from moulded soles to the full stop variety. Jackson, kick number 6. And kick number 6 for Jacko is a goal. So Jackson has 3 goals. He joins Michael Eddy as the leading goal kicker of the match, and the Cats hit the lead by 2 points.
Yes, Geelong starting to handle the ball better than Norwood at the moment. Jacko really giving the crowd a send-off there, and don't they love him for it. And the kick wasn't particularly good, but as you said, Barham slipped, and the ball dropped short. Jackson read it well and took a fine mark. He's on. He's well, the crowd's getting their money's worth.
Well, there's a bunch of kids. He's playing up to the kids.
That's what they came to see.
As long as he doesn't lose his concentration in the game, that's pretty important.
Geelong in the lead after Jackson's 3rd goal. Ball back into the centre. The Cats booted forward by Morford. His kick is a long one, almost a mark to Reynolds. Not paid by the umpire. Trying to break clear now as She takes the hand pass from Jarvis. Well, a hurried hand pass over there, intercepted almost by Fosdyke. Well, yes, oops indeed. That was Kelly running into plenty of trouble, and we will see a ball up just wide of the centre circle.
Just over the 19.5-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. 2 points the difference in favour of Geelong. Still anybody's game. Knocked out by Burke. It comes back now to Morgan. At half-forward, he shows a lot of pace. Goes for a long kick up there towards the goals, but it's off target, and it's through for 1 point. So it's 3 points the difference. 38 plays 41 in favour of the Cats, and they've had a struggle here tonight. They can't break clear of Norwood. The ball comes out wide. There's a chance now for Scanner to pick the ball up at half-back. Goes for a long kick out towards the half-forward line. Van Deniger couldn't mark that one. It'll beat them all, and it's out of bounds up towards the Norwood half-forward line, but about 75 metres around from their goal. Jacko's already kicked 3 goals. He's got the crowd on there. 2, is it, Pete, or 3? 3. Got the crowd really on their feet here tonight. All the kids love him. Well, we can't have enough personalities like Jacko as long as they don't lose the fact that they have to play football as well. They can't be.
You wouldn't want too many of them.
No, you wouldn't. No, it'll be a bit overbearing as we see. Oh, grabbed him around the neck, Van Deniger, but he got play on. Oh, golly, what he did, couldn't have seen that. Don't blame the Victorian umpire that time. It was the South Australian guy.
He must have come from Victoria, I think, Lee.
Golly, that was around the neck as the hand pass comes back to Jarvis. Up there towards the full forward position. Off the top of the pack, picked up nicely by Marty Christensen, goes for a pass. It's a good one. And Counts takes the mark on the point of the square at half-back. As I said before, I like his style. A lovely left foot kick up there towards Reynolds. Got the mark. And he's playing pretty well. Been playing well since about quarter time. Yeah, quarter time. Oh, a little bit slow. I spoke too early. There was McGrath. Kelly picks up the ball. Goes for a long kick, looking for Button down there. Button taps the ball on. Grabbed by Yates, trying to claim the mark, but they won't have a bar of that. I think he might be paying the mark to Yates.
And a 15-metre penalty.
15-metre penalty. The rough salt of the word. I didn't think that was a mark. Still, he's closer than we are. Ball punched out by Hedger. Not a good one. They stack up again, and the umpire will board it up at centre field. Just on the 22-minute mark, it's 3 points the difference. 5-8-38 Norwood to Geelong 5-11-41. And it's been this close all night. Neither side getting the break to make or to have a decided advantage. Ball knocked out by Burke. A fumble that time. A chance now for Morgan. Kicks it off the ground. He didn't take a chance. Down it goes towards the back pocket position. That's Murdoch picking it up, but his kick is not a good one. It's out of bounds on the full. And it'll be a penalty free kick to Morgan out there at half-forward, about 65 metres out from goal. It's a fair way to kick the ball. I shouldn't imagine he'll get halfway. There's the kick. Falling a bit short. At the back is the big fella Hine, and he's got the mark. And Hine takes the mark. A little short of fullback for Norwood.
Hine sharing the ruck duels tonight, or ruck work with Hall for the Norwood side. Knocked away by Button, might have got into the back of his opponent, and that's how umpire Ian Robinson has seen it. Simpson will take the free kick for the Cats. Simpson, number 46. Simpson from half forward has gone for a pass, and that's a beauty too. The mark is taken by Darren Flanagan. We haven't seen much of him tonight. I don't know when he came on.
Came on at just at the half-time, Pete.
Spent the first half on the bench then, and would be about his first or second kick. Let's see if he can convert. Might be just off target. I'll wait on the goal umpire for that one. It's one behind. And so Geelong now, as Neil Baum looks at the scoreboard, reads 5-12 to 5-8. It's the Cats by 4 points. 38 plays 42. Baum brings the ball back into play. Beautiful kick right out towards the half-back line. Two Geelong players actually flew against each other and spoiled each other. A chance for the Redlegs to go forward. A long hand pass. Picked up by Jarvis. Well, in fact, almost. Plenty of opposition from Flanagan. And we will again see a ball up. Of course, with the dewy conditions, it's very hard to pick that ball up. It becomes fairly slippery, and it's very cold down there on the surface. So the ball handling tonight hasn't been too bad. Knocked down by Scanlon. Couch runs into a teammate. A hurried hand pass is intercepted finally by Morfitt. Morfitt's kick is high and long. Jackson has to beat two of them. Barnes there. Morgan. A hurried hand pass taken down there for Geelong by Davian Christensen. Out of bounds on the full, says the goal umpire. And it will be a free kick to Norwood in the back pocket.
Had they been more accurate, Lou and Peter, Geelong could have had a healthy lead by now.
Well, both teams have been off target, haven't they? Norwood in the first quarter kicked 1-3, and those 3 points they kicked could have been goals. They were fairly deliberate shots. Button almost gave away a free kick there, but the umpire says no. McIntosh has got it to the back of his opponent, I think. Yes. Free kick going to Hocking. Hocking at centre field. Two-out duel out there, but it's left behind. The big lanky ruckman for Norwood gathers it in well. He's gone wide towards the boundary line, and the ball will just about reach it. It plops over it, and we will see a boundary throw in right half forward flank for the Cats.
Just over the 24.5-minute mark. 4 points the difference in favour of Geelong. Out of bounds about 70 metres around from their goal. Knocked out by Hind. Comes down to Gallagher. Played a fairly good game here tonight. Yep. Gallagher picks this one up okay. Now he's clear. Gets the ball back short. Oh, golly. Drum got into his opponent's back. And the free kick will go to pay. I believe this young fella's playing his first game tonight.
First game for the season, Lou. He's been out injured and hasn't been able to get back on the side.
Great mark to Burke in front of Buttons. A hand pass coming over to Hock. Geelong looking a lot better now as the ball goes over there to Morfitt. Oh, well tackled by Hellier. A beautiful tackle, but unfortunately had no support there. Williams gets a hand pass back. Ball tapped back now to Scanlon. Scanlon gets the ball over to McIntosh. There's a long hand pass coming over to Baum. Baum gets the ball wide looking for McGrath. It's only got to bounce right. It could be a goal. Straightens up, fires. And it's a goal. Oh, beautiful play. Point. Oh, that was a bit of bad luck. It deserved a goal. That was beautiful play on the part of Norwood.
What a brilliant rebound by Baum. He's run 150 metres upfield to support his players and set them in motion.
There's the ball back into play again. The difference now only 3 points. They're still hanging in there. Good mark. Scanlon's got the mark. He'd be about, well, he's gone for a short pass to Hind. He's got an open go here. Long shot at goal. And this one is a goal. They've hit the front. And listen to the crowd go. So Norwood back in front again.
Well played, Justin Scanlon. The Norwood cheer squad, they're happy about it. Scanlon got the mark. A Geelong player didn't contest it, and he gave it out to Hind, which I wouldn't think would have pleased the Norwood supporters. Not one of the better kicks in the side, but he didn't let them down and popped it through for his first, their sixth.
26.5 minutes gone of this third quarter. 6-9-45 Norwood to Geelong 5-12-42. So Geelong in plenty of troubles. We go back to the centre again. Knocked out by Morgan, picked up by Cole. Geelong swing back into attack. Up it goes there. Punched away as a go for Baum. He did great work that last bit of play. And a kick out wide. Looking there for Payne, but picked up that time by Christensen. In goes Drum, overruns the ball. There's a go now for Payne to get it back to Fosdyke. A long kick up there towards the goals. It's going pretty close. This could be a goal. No, saved on the line by Yates. And through for 1 point. So they move on to 6 goals. 10-46 Norwood. Giving Geelong a heck of a time here. 5 goals, 12-42.
Bad luck for Norwood then. Had that ball sort of bounded forward. Instead of plopping, it would have been a certain goal. Almost a mark. The umpire says play on. Cole could have got into the back of his opponent. In fact, he has. And it will be a free kick to be taken for the Redlegs by Michael Aish. Aish at right half forward flank. Couldn't score from there. 8 kicks to Michael Aish. A play on call after the hand pass has been delivered up towards the full forward position. Vardaniga! Oh, what a ripper!
They're in trouble now.
Oh, what a great mark, Lou.
They're in trouble.
Let's look at that again.
Fine mark, Vardaniga's siren sounded. Of course, the kick will count, but Geelong don't want to seem to know Big Hind.
Oh, he's got it. Yes, it was Hind's kick that got it down to him, and that's a goal. What a great way to go into three-quarter time for the Redlegs. 7 goals, 10-52. They lead Geelong by 10 points in the Foster's Cup. The Cats 5-12-42 at Football Park. 52 against this Neil Baum coach side. And hasn't Neil got a magnificent record coaching in South Australia? It's knocked away by Hall, and the Norwood boys swing into attack straight away. It's up towards their right half forward flank. A 2-on-1 situation out there. But Daniger, who kicked the last goal just on three-quarter time, for the ball booted up towards Michael Annie, picked up by Shane Williams. Good tackle by Michael Annie. At the Michael Annie, snapshot of goal, hit the post.
Oh, Gallagher, good play by Gallagher.
Beautiful handball, Gallagher.
Slick play by number 11, Pete.
And what bad luck for the Redlegs. They lead by 11 points. So they're carrying on with the good work.
Goal there would have made it interesting.
Would it was. Yates. Long kick to the member stand side. Flanagan just about held the mark, but the umpire has paid him a free kick anyway. Darren Flanagan at the left half-back flank. So obviously Tommy Hafey a little bit concerned about the tall timber of Norwood doing the damage. Flanagan's kick up towards the centre wing position. The flyer was Reynoldsson. It rebounds to Mitchell. In pursuit is Hellier. The wild hand pass comes out towards Gary McIntosh. McIntosh wobbles the punt kick up towards the right half forward flank for Norwood. Button goes to tap on. Could be effective. McGrath will he get there first? Some soccer tactics. He's been watching the FA Cup. But it's out of bounds, and Tui just couldn't gather it in before the line. And we'll see a boundary throw in almost in the forward pocket now.
Good play on the part of McGrath. He kept it into attack free side, Pete.
Boundary throw in. As I said, almost in the forward pocket. Two number 30s do battle in the ruck. Finally picked up by Bart Daniger. Out of bounds on the full. And the free kick to the catch will be taken by either Tui or Bruns. It's going to Bruns, who breaks clear. Bruns' kick up towards the centre wing position. A shocker. And he's kicked it straight to Big Hall. Hall on right centre wing. Kick number 8 for the big Norwood ruckman. Looking for Button. Oh, who's got that? Button or Michael Annie? No, Mark Payne. I didn't think it was a mark. Payne looks for a hand pass. He's well shepherded by Fosdyke. The kick is a high one. No, too many Geelong players are there, and a good save mark is taken for the catch down there by Yates.
Yates with the ball there at full back. The difference 11 points in favour of Norwood. Geelong in plenty of trouble. Punched out by Hall, doing a great job now. That's McIntosh going through. The umpire set a push in the back. I think things are falling into place for Norwood.
I think he just fell forward.
Quick hand pass. Oh, he's in trouble now. He's collared, but he gets it over now to Jarvis. A long kick and goal up towards Michael Annie. He's got those a goal. Over to McGrath. A hand pass coming over here now to Van Daniger. Got one around the neck. Flanagan breaks clear. They should have scored then.
Kicked it.
Should have kicked the goal. Back it comes there now to Bruns. He's ducked his head. And could have been a bit lucky. He's got a free kick. He certainly ducked his head.
Put his head down.
Listen to the crowd going mad.
It's our umpire.
They can sense victory here with this crowd as the ball goes out wide, and there's a mark taken by Morgan. A quick hand pass coming over to Hocking. Hocking shoots the ball to half forward in front. There's the big fella. Nearly grabbed that one. Oh, that'll be a free kick. It'll go to Fosdyke. Fosdyke to take the free kick out there at half back. They've certainly got their backer up now, Norwood. They're really having a go. Over their half forward line. The ball hits the deck. Out it comes back there to Scanlon. Kicked out of his hands. Umpire call play on us. Dewey picks it up. Goes for a pass. It'll be okay. It's marked out here by Williams. Goes for another hand pass coming over there to Morgan out there at half forward. Morgan's kick is a long one looking for Reynoldsson. Kelly's got into his back and the ball is over the line and out of bounds. It's about 45 to 50 metres around from the Geelong goal, but they're finding him hard to kick them. They're 11 points down into this last quarter by just on 4 minutes. It'll be Reynoldsson to go for the knockout with Hall. Hall grabbed that one, try to get a hand pass. He's upended. There's a chance now for the... it's Gallagher coming clear. He's played a great game tonight. The ball out towards the wing position. Coming in to meet it now is Bruns. Ace gets the run on there. Couldn't pick it up. Colt's got him covered, but Ace won't give it either. They pile on top of the ball. It's finally picked up by Bruns, but the umpire said it's out of bounds on the centre wing position. So there'll be a throw in from that centre wing position on the outer side of the ground, with Norwood still in front by 11 points. 4.5 minutes into this last quarter, and believe you me, Geelong are in plenty of trouble.
Flanagan and Button do the ruck work. Ball bitted out towards Norwood's half forward line. McGrath, good tackle by Marty Christensen. Finally it's picked up by Hocking, but the ball out of bounds and still at left half forward flank.
Just look at the Norwood forward line, completely out of position.
You could build a block of flats down there, couldn't you? There's about 20 players on the ball. Very crowded, so that'll certainly suit Geelong. Flanagan gets the tap down, picked up by Gallagher. Now, where is the forward line? Underway by Yates. Payne, can he get onto the right foot? Oh, bad hand pass. Michael Annie gets tripped up, but it was his own fault. He tripped over a Geelong player, and it will be a ball up in the left forward pocket, very close to the boundary line for Norwood. Well, the big crowd here right behind the Norwood side tonight, 53-42. Can they pull off a big upset? Can Neil Baum do it again? Knocked down by Button trying to find Michael Annie, but he just couldn't do it. Michael Annie shakes the head.
Well, these two ruckmen, Hall and Hine, when he comes on the ground, have lifted their game since about halfway through that third quarter, Ian.
A different style of players, but both very effective.
They're certainly different style. They look vastly different, but as you said, very effective, Ian. Very untidy passage of play. No one getting anywhere there. And once more, we will see a bounce. Nearly 6 minutes gone in the final quarter. 53 plays 42. A very useful lead to Norwood.
Just on 7,500 people here, Pete.
That's a very good crowd, isn't it, Lou? Bruns takes the hand pass from Tui at right half-back flank. Up towards the centre wing position. Big haulers there and get the mark end or free kick. It's the latter, of course. Hall played a pretty good game tonight, and he has to go back and take the kick. That really penalised the side. Just as Kelly was about to break away, now he gives the hand pass again. This time it's taken by Scanlon. So the end result was the same insofar as they were concerned. Could have been a free kick to Vardanigan, knocked away from Payne. Shane Williams is there. Oh, he's caught with the ball, is he? Crowd looking for a free kick. McIntosh paddles the ball further forward. Gallagher goes past brilliantly, but it might be out of bounds. It is. Then we will see a boundary throw in between the left half-forward flank and left forward pocket for Norwood, about 40 metres from their goal.
Well, a great game, Peter Gallagher.
He has played a great game, just about best on the ground, I reckon. Knocked down by Flanagan. McIntosh gets the hand pass out again, picked up by Gallagher, up towards centre forward. Oh, Payne almost stole it there. It was brilliant. Now a charge for the Redlegs. The hand pass comes out to Payne again. He shoots. It's not bad, but he's missed it, I think. No, it's a goal. I hope Norwood don't win by 5 points.
There's the ball by Baum. Over it goes to Murdoch. I think that went on the wrong side of the post, but he paid a goal. That doesn't matter. They're in front as Bruns drives Geelong back into attack. Ball punched out that time by Jarvis. Over it goes to Gallagher. He's playing the game of his life. Finds McGrath out there. Gets around Tui quite easy. They go back into attack. A long kick. This could be him. No, it's not a mark. Michael Aney comes out. Can't pick it up. The ball tapped on again. Van Deniger's there. They soon collar him and they'll ball it up. Now they're calling play on us, Dad. We see McIntosh go down. A beautiful hand pass to Van Deniger. The kick is not a good one. It's going for the boundary line and out of bounds, but they're going into attack all the time. Norwood.
Well, I thought this goal was doubtful, Lou, in the call. Now, Lou, you watch it. It goes to the left of the goalpost.
That's on the other side for sure.
Lou, the shocking thing, I got to agree with you.
Doesn't matter. You're in front. 59 plays 42. I don't think they want it back. Norwood doing a great job. There was Van Deniger tries to get clear, but the umpire will ball it up about 45 metres out from the Norwood goal. There's the Geelong bench looking pretty worried. I don't know if the players are so worried, but I bet their coach is Tommy Hayford because no one likes to lose. 59-42 and Geelong are heading that way as the ball goes out there of bounds again, about 45 metres around from the Norwood goal. Tommy Hayford on the phone. 59 plays 42, just over the 9-minute mark of the last quarter. Buttons gets that one now. Oh, that was a fresh air shot that time, picked up by Ace. Ace's kick is a high one. Oh, there's a good mark taken by Williams. He's down there towards the back pocket position. A hand pass coming over to Flanagan. Flanagan tries to find Mitchell. The ball punched away beautifully that time by Hallier. He's played a great game. Gets a hand pass back to Fuzdyke. Oh, he shoots that one along the ground. Not a good hand pass, but well tackled that time by Scanlon. Kicked off the ground by McGrath. A chance now for Geelong to get clear through Drum. Gets a hand pass back to Mitchell. He fumbles the ball. In goes Scanlon. He can't get it clear. Oh, there was Scanlon straight at the back. Now goes another one. Umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Geelong.
He gave it to South Australia's Norwood, but then I think it was McIntosh who lost it for South Australia's Norwood. I keep on calling the South Australia. I'm getting excited, Luke.
We don't mind. We're in a bit of trouble, Geelong, as we see Drum get a 15-metre penalty and the big fella Hall. As I said before, he's played very well since about halfway through that third quarter. Short pass, and the ball marked here by Winter at half back. The kick is up there towards that half forward line. In front is Flanagan, taps the ball down. McGrath gets a wild hand pass. Oh, there's a tackle there, but the umpire said it was too high, and the free kick will go to Drum. 10.5 minutes gone. 17 points the difference in favour of Norwood, and Geelong are really in the hot seat.
Drum goes for the hand pass to Marty Christensen, who gets decked, but the umpire says no free kick downfield. In goes Jarvis, didn't come out with the ball. Hand pass now comes out to Norwood, and in turn to Michael Aish at centre field. Aish goes long, looking for Michael Aney. He's got the front spot, or just about dragged it down. Yates is right there with him, playing him like a glove. Bardenigan, he took a great mark late in the third quarter. Back to Michael Aney, back to McIntosh. McIntosh nowhere to go, tries to get it back to his teammate down there, but the Cats get clear. It's up towards the centre wing position. McGrath. Finally, in turn, it's taken for Norwood by Scanlon. Free kick finally going Norwood's way. It's Gallagher. Well, he's got his name on this, Flanagan, and takes the easiest of marks in the right back pocket. Tommy Hafey still on the phone. Well, he's not renowned for making quick moves. I think he might have to make a few now. Flanagan's kick is a high one. It's not particularly good. Gallagher getting underneath it again. Morgan goes for the fist. That's not successful. Payne, he kicked the last goal, albeit doubtful. Michael Aney, yes! Oh, what a ripper! Michael Aney is directly in front of goal. He might be put on an angle. Let's watch it again. But once more, it was Payne getting the ball out of the pack. And a fine mark.
Great mark to Michael Aney, Pete.
Yes, taken over the top of Yates, who's had a pretty difficult job down there to contain this fellow. He's kicked 3 already. Camera right behind the goal as he shoots. He's got it, I think, judging by the crowd. It's a goal. 4 goals to Michael Aney. 5:11:65 to 5:12:42. Message from Tom Hafey to the Geelong bunker on the boundary line. The Cats trail by 23 points. Can they come back? It looks a hopeless position now. Let's see if they can get out of it. I see Lenigan's on the field for Geelong, so that's one of the moves made by Hafey, but Norwood swinging to attack again up towards their half-forward line. Tui should get there first for the Cats. No, he has it stolen for him by his teammate in Williams, who's probably been one of Geelong's most constructive players. That kick out of bounds adjacent to the interchange area on centre wing, and we'll see a boundary throw in.
Just on the 13-minute mark, 23 points the difference in favour of Norwood. Neil Baum would be a pretty happy coach. Ball hits the deck again, going for the boundary line. Tui couldn't pick that up in time, and it's out of bounds on the centre wing position. Well, this could be the boil over of the Foster's Football Cup, because Norwood are heading for a victory. And as we said before, Geelong in plenty of trouble. Knocked out by Hall, tapped on by Flanagan. Lanigan scored. It's grabbed here by Fosdyke. His kick is smothered, but Payne's there to pick it up and drive it over the half-forward line. Michael Laney couldn't hold that mark. McIntosh skirting through the back. A beautiful hand pass coming over here now to Ace. He fumbled. Back to Michael Laney. A snap at goal, but luckily for Geelong, Christensen, that's Marty Christensen, the way to get the ball clear. And a mark taken out here by Morford out there at half-back. 23 points the difference in favour of getting up high, nearly a push at the back. Ball comes back there to Winter. Taps the ball on, down goes Hall. Ball picked up by Thomas. He's grabbed too high, and Thomas will take the free kick around about the centre half-back position for Norwood. Well, things are falling into place for Norwood. They can't do a thing wrong. Ball out wide again. There's the best player on the ground, in my opinion, Gallagher.
Agreed.
Played a great game here tonight, number 11. It's a long kick up there towards the forward pocket. The pack set themselves on a fine mark in defence by Flanagan. 9 goals, 11, 65 Norwood, to Geelong 5, 12, 42. The ball shot out wide. Lanigan picks this one up, goes for a pass, looking for Renelson. Kelly's right on his tail there. Oh, he got one from Winter, but he struck that off okay. Goes after it again, Renelson. Picks it up, snaps it goal, looking for Jacko, but Jacko can't make it in time, and the ball is out of bounds. Well, the crowd have gone down that end again behind the goals to follow Jacko, but there's not not much action in Geelong's full forward position, Peter, at this stage of the match.
No, Jackson is not the action attraction at the moment, Lou.
Ball back into play again. 23 points the difference in favour of Norwood. Ball punched out by Burke. Well picked up by Winter in the back pocket. They're certainly playing with a lot of confidence, Norwood. And a beautiful pass, and the ball marked here by Payne.
I tell you what, he's done well since he came on, hasn't he?
Well, as Ian said, this is his first game for the year.
10 kicks.
Ball kicked out wide, looking for buttonflies. High goes the punch. Intelligent play. McIntosh gets the ball over there. It's finally drived out that away. She comes in, taps the ball on beautifully, and it bounces well. He runs to an open goal, fires. This looks good. It's a goal. Yes. Oh, they're going mad here at Football Park. They may not barrack for Norwood, but they are tonight, I'll tell you now. 10 goals, 11, 71 Norwood to Geelong, falling in a heap. 5 goals, 12, 42.
Well, you can keep a champion down, but you can't keep him down all night, and that was brilliant play, Michael Aish. He worked hard for that ball, pushed it out in front of him, and what a magnificent shot for goal. And Michael Aish, who's been well held by Cole all night, produced his brilliant best to put Norwood's 10th goal on the board.
Neil Baum will probably breathe a little bit easier now, but we've just passed the 16-minute mark in the term. Probably time for Geelong to come back, but I don't think they're playing well enough at the moment. McIntosh's kick is a high one out the centre wing, and there's that man again. Just about man of the match, in my opinion, Gallagher. He's had about 20 kicks up towards the full forward position. Oh, here's a charge for another one. Step shot for goal by McGrath. And Aish limping takes the mark, and also limping is Jacko, it would appear, and he'll be replaced down there by Zickler. So Jacko into the Geelong bunker. But let's go back to the action now. There's Michael Aish, a charge for 2 goals in 2 minutes, and then I reckon we're just about sealed for Norwood.
Brilliantly done, Norwood. McIntosh is the player that's lifted enormously in this last quarter. He was pretty well quiet for him in that first 3 quarters, but he's lifted. He's brought his teammates into the game. Gallagher, I agree with all of you that he's best man on the ground, and Aish starting to exert his strength now, and Norwood look like winning this game comfortably.
Well, they've got a very comfortable lead now. 35 points the difference as Mark Jackson is in the trainer's bunker. I don't know whether it's the knee injury or whether he was just taken off by Hafey. There's 17 Payne up towards the full forward position again. Could have almost been in the back. McGrath twisting and turning, trying to get clear. Does so, lobs it high up into the 10-metre square. Michael Annie! Oh, Norwood, are they killing him now?
Yates wasn't too happy about that. He reckons it was a push in the back. We'll have a look at that again, Ian.
5 marks to Michael Annie.
Well, was it a push in the back or did he hold his ground?
No, I don't think it was.
Most of the full forwards had that little edge out, don't they?
When you've got the grab, your opponent can often try a tactic like that. It didn't work. And Michael Annie makes it goal number 5. That's a pretty good effort. 5 goals to Michael Annie. 12-11-83. You can put down your glasses now. Geelong 5-12-42. Haven't scored so far in the last quarter.
And we're just over the 18-minute mark. 41 points the difference. We watch that mark again, Ian.
Yeah, Shane McGrath playing pretty well too. He's a boy from Victoria, would you believe? And on that occasion, he's had 14 kicks, McGrath, so he's done pretty well. And he's taken 4 marks. And Michael Annie, he's played a fine game at full forward. He's booted 5.
5 goals to Michael Annie. And they're bowling at the moment. Norwood 83 plays 42, a difference of 41 points. Bit of fumble as Fosdick caught one high, but he still gets the kick. They're playing with a lot of determination. The ball goes back there now. Thomas gets a hand pass back. Not a good one. Bit of a scrimmage there, and the umpire will ball it up. I noticed that Simpson got one in the face there too. Norwood making a change.
Ricky Pearce coming on.
This is Pearce coming onto the ground. They can do what they like because they're playing a lot of confidence. There we see McIntosh going for a long hand pass, looking for McGrath. He tries to scoop it. He goes for the goals. A chance for Michael Annie, but well played by Christensen. That's Marty Christensen, but his kick is not a great one. Going for the boundary line. I think it'll beat them all, and it's out of bounds. But it's still within kicking distance just about for Norwood. There's Button coming off the ground, and he hasn't played a bad game either. A 300 game veteran. Off the top of the pack. Plenty of fumbling going on as a hand pass comes out, but the umpire will just about ball this up again, about 45 metres out from the Norwood goal. They're 12-11-83 to Geelong 5-12-42 as we approach the 20-minute mark of this, the last quarter of the Foster's Football Cup, and this is certainly the boil-over for the season. They've given them a nice bath, particularly in this last quarter when they've had all their running players. There's definitely a push in the back to Jarvis that time.
Look,
was it Neagle, I should say?
Who said it's a boil over? We expected it. We're just being horribly parochial.
Why not?
Yeah, right.
We see again, Flanagan knocks the ball down, comes back to McGrath, tries to get a hand pass, but it's Bruns with a hurried kick back. But Gallagher comes in, he couldn't pick it up, neither could Kelly. McIntosh gets a hand pass back to Kelly, back it goes out now to Fosdick, I should say, and Fosdick gets it over to Thomas. Thomas spreads his opponents apart as he sends the ball back down. A good mark in defence by Simpson. Quick hand pass coming over to Yates. He's been in plenty of trouble. His opponents kick 5 goals. Michael Laney's the ball comes out wide. Chance now for the ball to be tapped on that time by Helio, and he's been a very solid player. He hasn't had much to do this quarter because the ball has hardly been down there in attack for Geelong.
Lou, Geelong hasn't scored this quarter.
Haven't looked like it, have they?
Nope.
There's the big fella Hall trying to get the knock out. He's successful. Pouncing on the ball was Fosdyke again. He lost that when he actually threw that in the air. Coming out of the pack is Scouts, but they're tackling well. As we see there, well tackled again. The ball comes back to Jarvis. Driven over the Norwood half-forward line. Lillian marked that time to Pearce. He goes after, tries to tap it on. It's finally picked up by Cole. The ball shot back towards the centre of the ground. Morford smothers that okay. He's got time to recover, get his balance, go for a pass. Reynoldsson couldn't hold the mark. Bucket comes to Lanigan. Scoots around his opponent. Tries to find Morgan there, but picking the ball up now is Barn. Barn goes for a pass. It's a beauty. Dropped that time by Fosdyke, but Gallagher backing up as usual. Takes the ball away and sends it over the Norwood half-forward. There's a great mark in defence by Flanagan. So at the 21.5-minute mark, it's Norwood 12 goals, 11-83 to Geelong 5 goals, 12-42. Believe it or not.
Well, Flanagan has done fairly well since he came on, although he seems to have been wasted down there in the back pocket. Morgan, high kick up towards the full-forward position. Geelong players totally outnumbered down there. Winter gets bundled out of the road. Now the chance for the Cats' first score of the final turn. It's kicked through by Zickler, who's started in the back pocket. And ironical cheers come up from the members' stand here at Football Park. And it took them nearly 23 minutes to register their first behind for the term. So the Cats will be out of the competition, and Norwood will advance to the quarterfinals. And if my memory serves me correctly, I think they play Essendon, and I would be very surprised if the venue once again is not here at Football Park. Anyway, that's to be decided by the Australian Football Championships Committee. Gary McIntosh caught with the ball, is he? No, he didn't have the ball. You have to ask yourself, did he bounce it? And Gary has got the free kick. I wouldn't argue with him, whatever he says. He's gone for a pass, trying to find Pearce, who's done well since he came on. Scanlon's kick, not a long one, down towards the centre half-forward position. Plenty of fumbling going on down there. Finally, it's picked up for Norwood down there by McGrath. He's got a second chance, just about threw that one out the big hind. Likewise, he was just about to throw out the Jarvis. Jarvis's kick is a short one. Underneath it is Lenigan, but Yates takes the mark. Yates at fullback, and certainly has a busy evening tonight. His opponent, Michael Laney, has been the leading goal kicker in the match. Lenigan to Flanagan. Flanagan fumbles. McIntosh right at his hammer. Well, the guy should be able to win this one. Oh, Zickler back to Flanagan was beautifully done. Kelly. Hine. Oh, fumbles at half-back. And at half-back left flank, we will see a ball up. However, Hines done pretty well tonight.
Kelly's played very well at centre half-back. Reynoldsson on top in the first half, but gee, he's got on top in the second.
He shut him out in the last quarter, hasn't he? Very few opportunities for the Cats forwards in this final term. As I said, they've only scored 1 point. That was through Zickler. That's just about another one, is it? Yes, it is. 1 point to the Cats, so 2 points they've registered in the last quarter. Their opponents have kicked 5 goals, 1, after being 7-10 at three-quarter time. 83 plays 44. And so we will be seeing, as I said, Norwood through to the quarterfinals. Winter. Bruns was the flyer, couldn't take the mark. The little fellow had to do the jumping himself out towards the centre wing position. Picked up for the Cats by Buse. Haven't seen much of him tonight. Buse, a pass down towards Flanagan. Or Reynoldsson it was. He couldn't take it. And Norwood players finishing plenty of running. And there's Kelly. And McGrath takes a very safe mark right on the edge of the square. With attention from Lenigan. He breaks clear. Attempted smother by Counts, not successful, and a good mark taken by Simpson at left half-back flank for Geelong. Well, the sting got out of the catch play now. He's trying to find Lenigan with a short pass. He does so. Lenigan's pass taken by Marty Christensen to centre half forward. Oh, good mark by Winter. Well, two boys in the long sleeves, Winter down there and Michael Annie at the other end of the ground, really have served their sides very, very well. And so too is this fellow, Hine, when he comes on to relieve Hall. They've rucked very well, the pair of them. A good pass. Fosdyke gets clear of Shane Williams, back up towards centre wing, knocked away by Simpson. A loose ball for Morgan to chase. He fumbles. Another opportunity for Lenigan. Tries to get clear of McIntosh. That's not easy. Shane Williams in trouble, out of trouble. He's got a free kick, I think. And Shane Williams, about 50 metres from goal, has a chance to put Geelong deep into attack.
Just over the 25-minute mark, 39 points the difference. There's the kick by Williams. Doesn't quite make the distance. The ball tap off. Burke nearly grabbed that one. There we see Jarvis getting a hand pass back to Balm. He fumbled it. Goes for a hand pass to Winter down there in the back pocket. The long one over to Murdoch. They're playing with a lot of commons. There's Hallier with the ball now at half back, and they take the ball away from the danger zone. Out wide, Payne's got the run of the ball, but he goes down. He gets up. Oh, good play on the part of Payne that time. Too strong and a beautiful pass over to Scanlon. Another long hand pass coming over to Neagle here at half forward. A long kick up there towards the full forward position. The ball tapped away. Yates tries to get a kick off the ground. It's finally flung out to Ace. He's already kicked 2 goals. The snap won't make the distance, and marked there in the full-back position by Yates. Short pass out wide, and Tui's got the mark at half-back. 83 plays 44 in favour of Norwood. Ball back up there towards the Geelong half-forward line, but Gallagher in the way takes a mark. A short pass. It'll be okay and marked here by Hine at half-back. A long hand pass to Balm. He lost sight of that one completely. Couldn't pick it up. Bit of a fumble. Ball knocked on by Fosdyke, and they all fumble around there, and the umpire will ball it up towards the edge of the square. So Norwood, I should say, having a great win here tonight. 12 goals, 11-83 to Geelong. 5 goals, 14-44, just on the 27-minute mark of this last quarter. The ball out there towards the Norwood half-forward line, but a mark taken here by Marty Christensen. Well, it's thoroughly deserved their win because they've been on top for most of the night, and this is the upset of the round. Picked up here now by Geelong, and Geelong sent the ball back over their half-forward line, and then we see Winter backing up. Well, he's played a solid game too, Ian.
Yes, good player, very experienced.
Hand pass to Jarvis, and they go back into attack. Pearce in the front posse. Nearly a mark. Now the umpire called play on as a hand pass comes out now. McIntosh couldn't get clear, and the umpire's going to ball it up at centre half forward there for Norwood, about 60 metres out from their goal. They're 12-11-83 to Geelong, 5-14-44. It'll be a pretty set side going home tomorrow. There's the siren to win the game, and the upset of the round. Norwood defeating Geelong easily, 12 goals, 11-83 to Geelong, 5 goals, 14-44. Neil Balm would certainly be a happy man. He's got a smile from ear to ear. Why shouldn't he? Because he's put it over the big league side coming over. It was a great victory because they never looked like losing this match. Would you think? It was only for about 10 minutes in the third quarter that they had a chance, Geelong, but from then on they dominated the play all night, Norwood, Ian.
It was even Steven at half-time, Lou, 3-7 both sides, but I agree with you. I thought Geelong got on top in the early part of that third quarter, but it was into time on of that third quarter when South Australia, Norwood got 2 very important goals, and they went to the three-quarter time break leading 7-10 to 5-12. And then McIntosh got on top at centre. Ace got into the act as well. Hall was on top in ruck, and suddenly the whole Norwood side started to fire, and their run on football was a joy to watch for the South Australians, and they deserved their win, a very fine one for Norwood and South Australia.
Two impressive performances. The crowd going mad. They don't all barrack for Norwood, but as long as the South Australian side, they're happy.
And what a superb performance by Phil Gallagher, clearly best on ground.
Yes.
Okay, at siren time it was Norwood, 12-11-83 83. They kicked 5 goals, 1 in that final term to defeat Geelong. 5 goals, 14-44. The Cats only adding 2 points in the final term and only 2 goals, 7 after half-time. The goal kickers for Norwood, Michael Annie got 5 and Ace 2. They were the major contributors, and for Geelong it was Mark Jackson 3. We'll take a break, back for comment and voting on the Best Player Award after this.
Peter Marker and Robert Oatey have voted Phil Gallagher as best on the ground, and I think it's just about a unanimous decision, Lou, but how do you see it?
Well, I thought Gallagher was the best. I think I mentioned that during the commentary in that last quarter. I thought he played a superb game. I know that Ian Day was on my side as far as go. I thought he was a very serviceable player, and then he lifted his game after half-time, and they had many good players. Golly, I reckon McIntosh came to light, particularly about halfway through the third quarter, and Hallier never put a foot wrong. And of course, the last quarter didn't have much to do because the ball was very rarely down there.
I thought Fosdyke came back well after he went off injured.
Got a nasty knock, Fosdyke, and he was in the thick of things. Button, you know, he wasn't outstanding, but by golly, he gave his all. There's a 300-game veteran. And full marks to the full forward, Michael Aney. He played a great game, kicking 5 goals. That's a fine effort. And I like the style of Hall and the ruck, particularly, and both he and Hine, about halfway through the third quarter, they seemed to lift their game.
Well, did Geelong have any good players?
Well, you were struggling to get top players in Geelong. Bruns was a good player earlier. I thought Yates was going to do all right, but the fact that the other guy kicked 5 goals takes a bit of the gloss off his performance. Yeah. And Rendelson looked okay, and I think during the commentary in that last quarter, Ian Day did mention that Kelly came back and put him out of the game. So they never had any consistent players, and possibly that was the reason why they didn't win this game. I felt too that Norwood wanted to win the game more than Geelong. They came out with that attitude from the beginning. I think we said that they were far more aggressive, and of course, when you're aggressive in these night games as they were, you've got a decided advantage. And full marks, I think it's a great thing for the competition, Pete.
39-point win to Norwood, and they advance to the quarterfinals. Phil Gallagher unanimously voted best on ground tonight to receive the national prize. Let's go down now to the Norwood room, and he's speaking with Robert Oatey.
Well, Philip Gallagher, the winner of the National Panasonic Hi-Fi. Philip, you showed a little bit of dash tonight. You're getting a bit older now.
Oh, yes. Well, we've been training pretty hard, Robert, so there's a little bit of life left in me yet.
How many games have you played for the Redlegs now?
Oh, it's probably in about the middle of late, 240, I think, around about that mark.
When did you start your playing career with the Redlegs?
Oh, about 1973, Robert. It was my first year, so I'm into a season about 13, I think, now.
Norwood had a long out of premierships, and during your career they have certainly won a few. How many have you played in?
Well, I've been lucky enough to play in all 4 that we've won since 1975. Yeah.
You've had a few honours bestowed upon you as far as the club's concerned. You've been a club captain at one stage.
Yeah, it was a while ago. It was when I was a bit younger, and a bit more sprightly.
What, in fact, do you think has made to your improved form? You played a terrific game tonight. What do you think was the cooler air, or what, in the night conditions?
Well, the night conditions do help. I've probably done a little bit more training this year than I have in the last couple of years. I've had other commitments that are a bit more important than footy in the last couple of years with study and whatnot, so I've really concentrated on that. And this year I've had the ability to do a bit of pre-season training, so that's probably helped me a bit.
The team's perhaps, a lot of people say, been down a bit, even though you've won 6 and lost 1. Your form hasn't been all that good, and without Neville Roberts and Michael Taylor tonight, you seem to have put it together pretty well in the second half.
Yes, I thought we played reasonably well tonight. We've still got a number of players out. We're not playing as well as we can. I'm certain that's definitely not our best form, but we're getting close to it, I think.
Well, the South Australian football public, Philip, will certainly be looking forward to Norwood taking part in the quarterfinals of the Foster's Football Cup, and good luck to you.
Oh, we're looking forward to it. Thanks,
Back
Robert.
to you, Pete.
Right, thanks very much indeed, Rob, and I think thoroughly deserved prize to Phil Gallagher. 21 kicks, and those sort of stats speak for themselves.
Interesting to note too, I was just talking to Ian Day about Gallagher. He's been around a long time. His father was a top player with South Australia, played in the centre. I remember him in the 50s, a great player. But that Gallagher's played just on 300 games, and you'd think the way he played with the enthusiasm was probably his 5th or 6th game.
Well, that enthusiasm rubbed off onto every other Norwood player, didn't it? And they all seemed to lift their game. Gary McIntosh, you mentioned, and he's a very enthusiastic player. When he gets the ball, he seems to be able to lift the side, and it was very infectious. Robert Oatey in the Norwood room now has Coach Neil Baum. Neil, congratulations, and Robert, I'm sure he's a pretty happy boy.
He certainly is a very happy man, Neil. That was a pretty good performance tonight from the lads.
Yeah, I think it was very good. We've been pulling the lariat a bit the last few weeks here, I think. They really slipped themselves in the second half. I was very proud of them.
Yeah, so the conditions were pretty slippery at the start of the game, and the second quarter they seemed to get away. Where did you think that they sort of, you fell a real hole, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought they just kept, they got the numbers to the ball, which is an old, probably a footy cliche almost, but that's what they were doing. You'd look down and they'd have their 3 and 4 and we'd be tagging in behind them, whereas at half-time they regrouped our blokes and decided that they better get in first for the footy, and that's really what changed it, I think.
You've had a pretty young half-back line, and Rowan Hellier must be a fairly impressive young man.
Yes, he was playing well last year and unfortunately missed the grand final with a broken arm, but he's been playing very well for us. Last week he was very good. In fact, he hasn't put in a bad one, really.
You were without Roberts and Taylor tonight, and yet you still coped very well. Some of the young lads, young Payne came in. He's only a real whippersnapper.
Oh, that was good. I mean, you always hope that happens when you lose a few of the experienced players. But I guess Geelong are in the same position. Some of their real playmakers weren't playing today, so I guess tonight, so that was an advantage to us. But you still got to do it.
I thought that Geelong were a little bit slow getting the ball to their boot compared with what I've normally seen, or was perhaps the Norwood tackling, but they were...
Well, I thought in the second half our tackling was as good as we've tackled for a long time. I reckon they probably, after the first half, we didn't tackle all that well. In the second half we did. Maybe it just took them by surprise a bit.
Yeah, Big John Hall in the ruck and changing with Neil Hine on the bench. They were a pretty good combination there.
Yes, they were. I thought that with their two blokes, particularly Flanagan, who's a very big man, I thought they might have struggled a bit, but they were very good, our two fellas, around the ground as well as in the hit-out department.
And across the centre, of course, Gallagher, who's won the prize tonight, the old fella, he's certainly a very talented man, isn't he?
Oh, he's shown himself up again. I think he's been doing it a bit easier the last few weeks.
Yeah. Anyhow, Neil, congratulations.
Thanks,
and I know South Australia will be looking forward to Norwood taking part in the rest of the Foster's Cup.
Thanks, Robert.
Thanks, Rob, and thanks, Barmy. Congratulations. He's become an idol over here. That's IDOL, Lou.
Well, he's a good guy too. I rang Barmy a couple of times since Sunday to get the team. He's a very cooperative bloke, and he's a true professional coach. He's having a lot of success. I know his mates back in Melbourne will be pleased, Bobby Skilton and Doug Hayward.
Doug Hayward, yeah.
Because he works for the boys, and of course he's the king of the castle over here. I think he created a record last year, coming from 5th position to win the grand final. It's never been done here.
It wasn't a great match.
Yeah.
Incidentally, next week we have the first quarter-final in the Foster's Footy Cup. They clashed on Saturday, Carlton and Richmond, and they meet again next Tuesday night at VFL Park. So there is certainly a score to settle there. Carlton and Richmond, 8:30 Eastern Time next Tuesday from VFL Park. And that just about takes us out, Lou. So on behalf of everybody here, we'll say a very good night. A great match. Norwood through to the quarterfinals, as I said, and they'll be playing Essendon, I think it is from memory. The venue of that match still to be decided, but I would think it will be here at Football Park. Hope you enjoyed the game. Good night to you all.
$525,000 Foster's Football Cup was another live and exclusive presentation from 7 Sport.